aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this show and my YouTube show, which is The Little Crafter Show, can be found on my website, eileenlittlecrafter.com. Alrighty, guys. So, I have a quick couple of announcements. I would like to reach out and say my condolences and my heartfelt, we stand with you to Texas. I know that they have had a lot of issues with dealing with the storm that just basically is seems like it's passing through the nation right about now. I think that it's in the Carolinas. Hopefully it will dissipate soon, and it passed through Florida, and I have to say that I was lucky enough that some friends and family were not affected, but my cousin was affected, and she lost her home due to a fire. So I'm really extremely sorry about that. And nobody was injured, but the devastation is just incomprehensible. It's just, I see the pictures and my heart is just sinking, and I feel sick, and it's just one of those things where you're like, I'm glad that she's not dead, but to lose everything in the fire is just devastating. And I just I don't even know where to go from there. Also, it was 9/11, and I would like to wish my condolences to those men and women that lost their lives during the tragic events. I didn't do a mixed media Monday because of due to the day and some issues that we were dealing with. So hopefully next week I will definitely start. I'm gonna try and start the videos, but it's just been a really, really crazy situation. And I also would like to wish my sister a happy birthday. Her birthday was this Sunday. Happy birthday, sweetie. Natalie, thank you. I love you, and thank you for all your love, your support, and being a part of my life. I always enjoy when we do our crafting sessions. I always learn a lot from you, and it's been really fun. She's got me kind of addicted to Pinterest. First they get me addicted to scrapbooking, and I kind of run with it, and all of a sudden I know that I have something called The Little Crafter Show, and then I get this show, Arts Class, and everything in between. So it's been really fun, and now she's got me addicted to Pinterest. So I try not to spend a lot of time on there because it can be really, really, really addicting, and before you know it, you're like, holy smokes, it's that time, gotta get going, that type of deal. But anyway, guys, all right, so today's show is a life update. I have so much to talk to you about, and I would like to start off with something that I'm going to tell all New York City parents. If you basically are dealing with school busing issues, definitely call 311 and let them know about your issues. And also, if you can, call OPT. I would do both. I would keep complaining until your bus route is fixed. It seems that this year has been a huge problem with the busing, and it doesn't seem like there is going to be any resolution anytime soon. So I would just keep calling at this point if you do not get a resolution soon, because I know it may take some time, but if you don't get a resolution very soon, and you're dealing with, especially with parents with special needs children, I would definitely 100%, call your local and state, and even maybe the Board of Education representative, a lawyer, because we're dealing with lateness and overcrowding of minibuses. So it's definitely, minibuses should not be holding 20 students at a time. We should be at max, I forgot how many, but I could look up that information, and I'll put that all on my blog. So keep a lookout for that post. What else is going on? So I would definitely call 311 if you're in the New York City area. Call OPT. I will give you that direct number once I get the blog together. I'm kind of thinking about also another announcement that I forgot to mention. I'm thinking about switching the podcast back to Thursdays, but I will definitely let you know next week. I'm thinking that might be a little bit better for me because I don't have time to do the post right about now. And given everything that's been crazy this week because school just started and I have an 8th grader in the house. Hello, from teenager, 8th grade. Holy camole. I'm like, my jaw is like still scraping the floor. But anyways, so I would definitely, reach out and let you know that, speak to your parent teacher coordinator, speak to the principal, anyone who will listen, to try and help you out about the situation, because it is so unfair that we have to deal with this, guys. Like, I understand that the drivers are doing their best, and I know that sometimes the routers make mistakes, but they should also remember that we should not have 20 kids in the bus. There's only a certain amount of seat and leg room, and that is a very dangerous situation for having a bunch of people in a minibus with only one para to watch over these children. And some of them, I'm going to not lie, some of them do not do a good job, and the drivers are no help. So, yeah. So my situation, this is what I dealt with this morning. Of course, he gives me World War III, screaming and yelling, having to, deal with trying to get him to school and dressed. Was not happy. So I go downstairs at 8:20 because we are technically late for the school year. And, because school starts at 8 o'clock, people. I originally was told that she will not be there until 8:40. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm leaving. I gotta go. We proceeded to start driving. As we're in the car, I see her pull up. And she passes the house. My husband tries to stop her, but she keeps going. At 8:26, she calls and tells me that she's here, and I'm like, I'm already on the road. I'm going to school. I'm taking my son to school. She proceeds to tell me that that our bus time has changed, but now it's 8:20. Again, my son is still late. There is no way that so. He is already late. I know that I'm late, and I'm like, okay, I'm not happy about that. But at that point, it couldn't be helped. So, I proceeded to talk to my parent coordinator, my teacher coordinator, parent, whatever. And she proceeds to yell at me. Not yell at me, but just yell, like, school starts at 8:20. And I'm like, yeah, don't shoot the messenger. It's like, hello, no, shoot Turlock. Like, I know this. I'm trying to work with her. I'm not trying to take her off. I'm trying to get my son to school on time. And I'm dealing with all this other headache that you don't know about, because he doesn't do these things at school. He only gives them a little bit of what he gives us. So, it's like, at that point, I really wanted to yell and scream at her, but I'm like, you know what? I'm too tired, one. And I'm like, hello, I'm dealing with this, and I know what I need to do on my end. So, yeah. So, it was not a good morning from all perspectives. So, my poor husband was late getting to work. There's no way he can take him because he has to go and get to work on time. So, and I don't drive, so there's no way we can basically carpool him. So yeah, so definitely, if you're having issues with the bus, I would definitely call 311. I would definitely call OPT. I would definitely call, your local official and let them know what's going on until we can get this issue solved, because it does not seem like it's going to be solved anytime soon. People are still dragging their feet, and it is the 3rd day of school. Hello, people, wake up and, actually, no, this is the 4th day of school. Wake up and smell the Bustelo. If we don't get this problem fixed now, it is not going to resolve itself, and it may get worse, and therefore, we need to do what we got to do and get these people to, fix the issue. Yeah. So let me get off my soapbox and tell you what happened this weekend. I was lucky enough to be told by Miss Pocono Pam. Hello, Miss Pocono Pam. the 5th annual Mama Elephant event was being held here in New York, actually New York, Manhattan, and it was in the West Barrett, I think, art gallery section. Anyways, the building is rich with history. If you guys get a chance, I would definitely link it down below so you guys can read about the history. It's very interesting history. It's a beautiful building that is still under construction. So I wasn't able to take the photos, last time. I did take some photos it was the 3rd annual event. I wasn't able to go to the 4th one. Babysitter canceled. Hubby didn't have any time off. It just was, everything stunk. So alrighty, so moving right along. Well, what happened was, I was lucky enough, and we were treated to a stamp, really cute. The Yeti designs are really awesome. Some of these stamps that I got, which I will be doing a video on, won't be out until October, and they'll be, I believe, on Simon Says and the Mama Elephant website. They were also letting us know that this may be their last one. Shipping for the weekend may also be cut down, which I kind of don't blame, because it's a lot of work to be doing from Monday through Saturday. I mean, my husband works from Monday through Saturday, so I could totally relate to that. I really wish he had the weekends off, but he has half the weekends off, but I don't know how long they work until. But we were treated to really nice stamps. We were being able to buy ahead of time some stamps and dies. We were also treated to Kathy Iota's wonderful tips and techniques of Copic markers. We were also introduced to some awesome ladies from, they also, create for other stamp products, but they mainly do Simon Says. They were there with Simon Says. I met Jennifer McGuire, Christina Warner, Sherry Carol, I think Carol. She was there as well as Kathy Ota. She does 30-day marker challenge. She also does some designing for a lot of other card making and stuff, and she's very, very, very well known for Copics. That's the word. And Jennifer McGuire, she had this beautiful necklace that I'm so in love with. It was a really cute little gold little tassel, and they were just so cute, and they were just so friendly. I got an awesome hug from Christina Warner. I was like, "Hello, Miss Warner," and she's like, "Oh, it's Christina," and I'm like, "Hi," and she's like, "Oh, I'm a hugger," and she hugs, and I'm like, "Holy cow!" They were all as fun and as perky as they were on their videos. They were just so exciting to meet, and they had really awesome things to say. I was really lucky enough to reach out and say, thank you for your willingness. I mean, I know it's part of their job, but they just seem so excuse me, giving of their talent and their uniqueness of how to use the products, which has been so awesome and inspiring in ways of color, medium. I've never even tried watercolors in a very long time. I tried it when I was a kid, but I haven't picked up watercolors since. I hated it. But trying and, colored pencils, learning, a lot of little things that, since I feel like I'm new to so the coloring scene in terms of the mediums of pencils, markers, and any type of paint, I really look to them in their inspiration, and I try to I have to say, I do kind of mimic, what they do, and then I try a variation of my own. I kind of feel like they give me a really good starting point, and then I can try and say, oh, well, what about this? Or, oh, what about that? Not only coloring, but they give you things about how to use your stamps in a different way, your die cuts, and just a lot of helpful hints, tips, and tricks that I say, ooh, or, oh, I thought about that, and how about if I combine this idea with that idea, and let's see what I come with, So it's really refreshing, and it gives me, and I just love watching some of the things that they do. They just are incredible, and they make such beautiful works of art, like the cards and all the other stuff that they make. It's just really beautiful, and I look forward to their videos a lot. Yeah, so it just, and the actual person, the owner of Simon Says, was there. I didn't get a chance to speak to her. I wanted to find out whether or not if Tim Holtz was going to be able to, I know he does everything for pretty much for September, and obviously this year he definitely did, and it's a really cool little set of, it's kind of like in between the large and the mini. It's like the medium stamps and a awesome tag that's beautiful set, and I'm just like going, oh, that's so beautiful. I can see a lot of masculine cards. I can see, like if you don't want your traditional cards, you want your seasonal cards, or just cards that are different than your normal variations that you do. I think this set will be really good. I also think that this set kind of, I don't know, for me it's very masculine. So if you want to do holiday cards for masculine cards, also I think a couple of images could be used like for fall, so I can see a lot of different uses for it, so it could be used for a lot of other things. That's just my opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think if you ever get a chance to see it. What else? So I had a great time. We were able to actually, coming back, David was able to find some parking, so I was walking around, and it's so funny because in that building, I remember the perspective of the dog getting larger and bigger, and my dad, we were walking around there one winter, and my dad was like, oh yeah, come here, it's going to be warm, and he's like, oh yeah, I want you guys to see something, and we were looking, and I remember as a kid going, oh my god. And to walk there with my son was pretty surreal. I'm like, oh yeah, your grandfather took me here, and look at the doggies, and he was jumping all around. We took some great pictures. I love taking pictures. I have some video. I have to edit some of that. So I'm extremely excited about that, and I can't wait to share the haul. So that's pretty much what's going on, guys. I'm grateful that my mom was, her home was not devastated from the flooding. A lot of other people were not so lucky, so don't forget to donate whatever you can. So that's everything in a nutshell. I'm super excited. Kendrick Spirit, sorry. Oh man, I'm telling you, I've had a rough morning. It's going to be on September 15th. I cannot wait for that. What else? Looking forward to hopefully Paranormal Lockdown very soon. And I have a bunch of other things that I want to do a podcast about, but I'm definitely going to be thinking about moving the podcast to Thursdays, 12 o'clock, or maybe even 1 o'clock, or 10 o'clock. I don't know. Gotta figure out the time, and I will definitely let you know. So thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, or you can always email me. My email address is Eileen@eileenlittlecrafter.com, and I will catch you on the next podcast, and bye for now.